this just feels a lot better, guys. This is what you want. When you're buying a $1,800 fuel injected saw, you want it to be really, really good. Not just 95% of the way good. You want it to be really good. We just shot a video effortlessly cutting up this oak with this 2511T. You need to make sure you check that out because that's with a new affordable quarter pitch setup. But I have been struggling with this 500i, and when I say struggling, it's just not been exactly perfect. And when I say exactly perfect, I said over and over again that I wanted to keep this saw stock. That's changed. I'm done with it, and we're gonna see if it made a difference. Now, we're not gonna be doing timed cut tests because who wants to watch another one of those? I don't know, let me know down in the comment section. But one of the things that I wanted to improve on this saw was how easy it was to start stock. We're gonna find out if this West Coast muffler mod is gonna make it any better because it's made almost every other saw I own easier to start with less pulls, better hot starting, and so forth. Let's get started. We're gonna be cutting down, I believe this is a water oak right here. Pretty sure, or this might be a, this might actually, I don't know what it is, honestly. All these trees are being removed in anticipation for a big upcoming project, we think. Let's see how this saw does. This saw sat overnight since I started it yesterday. We're gonna do the recommended STIHL 8 pumps according to the manual. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like this saw to start with 2 pulls, okay? 1 and 2. Let's see what it does. I think that's the best it's ever been. I'd be totally happy with the 3 pulls, and what's nice is once it fired, it didn't quit. I have lots of footage in previous videos showing where it would stumble and then turn back off, and then I'd have to pull it a few more times. This thing's got to pump up a few times. It's the weirdest bulb ever.
It sounds wimpy.
It does. That's good. The first thing I want to do is I just want to put my bucket on it and see if the tree moves at all to see if I'm going to have any influence on this or not. I think we look good. Guys, should I practice my Humboldt cut on this tree here? I think I'm gonna. I'm gonna look silly, but I'm gonna. And another thing I want to do is see how this saw is running once it gets good and hot. How was that for the very first Humboldt notch, guys? I could obviously clean that up, but I mean, really, I could just go with it. Huh, okay. Feels weird to hold the saw at that angle. Let's see how it hot starts here. We'll use the full wrap for the very first time too, properly. Normally I'd have a tendency just to go ahead and cut it this way, but I purchased this for a reason. Let's see if we can do it. Shall we push it? We're in 4 low. Try to give it a shove. So far, I'm kind of liking this no wedge banging business. So in the last video, we shot with a 2511T. Let's take a look at this hinge here, everybody. For my first Humboldt cut, we have a little over an inch, inch and a half of hinge wood. Obviously, I'm not worried about tear wood. The tear out, this is all going to be firewood. I think I want to get used to that method. So far, I'm really liking the throttle response on this West Coast saws, and really, I don't feel like it's all that much louder. But anyway, yeah. Wow, I'm gonna clean up a little bit, let this kind of heat soak, and then we're gonna come back and see how it hot starts, but it is really nice. Now, I will tell you this, even though you can stand up and buck with that, limiting it is a little bit more on my forearms, especially because I don't do this every day. A good 50cc saw will easily do all this, but I also recognize the advantage of having a little bit larger, whether it be this, because it's really the weight of a 70cc saw, and that's what's really cool about 500i's is, yes, they are larger displacement, but the weight is down there with, well, it's really better than a lot of the other 70cc saws, so that's a win-win, right? All right, so heat soaked for just a few minutes. I really like how it's running, everybody. It stumbles a little bit every so often. It kind of has a little bog, but for the most part, it's running really clean. It's the best it's ever been. And frankly, after running the 462 and the 572 and the 400 over at Aaron Lynch's place over in West Virginia, a month and a half back or so, I was kind of like, man, I really like how those saws run a little bit better, and it's because of just how crisp they were. This saw right here with this muffler cover, it just is running really good. I should have done this a while ago, but I wanted to give it a shot because I had heard professional loggers say that the saw is totally sufficient stock, and it is sufficient, but this just feels a lot better, guys. This is what you want. When you're buying a $1,800 fuel injected saw, you want it to be really, really good. Not just 95% of the way good. You want it to be really good. It is a darn shame to be using all this for firewood, but at the same time, these logs are too small, not good enough quality to even sawmill. And yes, I do have a band sawmill, and I am planning on milling in the future. I'll set these logs aside on the firewood pile. If I decide that they'll be better used as a saw log, maybe I would do that to this butt log, and then the rest will definitely be firewood. We have a ton of great stuff coming, so thank you for watching the Okie Woodsman channel, and we'll see you on the next one. When that tree gets dug out, that'll pop out like a tooth.